Hey there YouTube, welcome back to Draco Ray Gaming. Today we're going to be talking about the settings you didn't know you need to have in Modern Warfare 3. As usual, no BS, no fluff. Here we go. Alright, one of the first things we want to talk about here is the crosshair and the sway and the center dot. So this is really important. As you can see, I have my crosshair here, but no center dot. And when I put the center dot on, you're going to actually see the sway that's happening. This is in interface settings, and we're going to go down to the crosshair settings. And we're going to turn on our center dot. And now you can see the sway. There's a lot of sway. And what you want to do is turn off that sway. You can actually get your crosshair static by going to settings, interface. We're going down to the HUD area. We're going to go to crosshair, show more, and we're going to set this to static on crosshairs. Now you can see it's nice and stable, and it helps you to center on the opponent much easier. All right, this has to do with Tack Sprint behavior. So go into settings, go to your peripheral device that you're using, keyboard and mouse or controller. I'm on keyboard and mouse. We're gonna go over to gameplay. So Tack Sprint behavior. This is where a lot of pros recommend actually doing doing auto, really. They put it on auto Tack Sprint, and I don't recommend doing that. It's not very tactical, and you're making a lot of noise. Not for everybody. I actually recommend having it off in single tap sprint, and it gives you a lot more control, and it's easy to cancel. And you don't have to hold your finger down on it. There's also a hold option. But this in my opinion, just for me and preference, is one of the quickest way to kind of get across the map. And I like it a lot. All right, let's talk about weapon mount delay. So you can see here that when you mount and you dismount, there's going to be a fat delay. Or I'm going to push it now. There's about a 1 second delay in between mounting and being able to go side to side. This is actually a setting you can change and speed up. So again, we're gonna go into settings. We're gonna pick our device that we're actually using, controller or keyboard and mouse. We're gonna go into gameplay, and then we're gonna go into combat behaviors. Now here in combat behaviors, there's an advanced section towards the bottom, combat advanced settings. We wanna go in here and we wanna go to weapon mount delay, exit delay, and we wanna make it to instant. Now I'm gonna show you how this works. We're gonna mount up, and we're gonna go boom, instantly. It's super instant. So you can go very quickly between the two now. All right, so diving is pretty much useless in this game. You can't shoot while you're doing it. I'm gonna show you how long it takes. I'm holding shoot. There's a fat delay, and usually it'll get you killed. It's not very tactical whatsoever. I would recommend just for that one to bind it to a different key or button on your controller that you're not going to accidentally hit, or change the behavior button so that you don't actually accidentally activate a dive, because dive is a last resort thing. You kind of want it to be your last resort thing to not get killed, you know, dive behind some cover, etc. So other than that, it's pretty much not a tactical use scenario for most scenarios. Now we want to talk about field of view and affected versus independent ADS. You go into settings, you go into graphics. We're going to go to view, and then we're going to go to ADS field of view. Now there's independent and affected. We're going to switch it over to independent, and I'm going to show you how much it zooms in and how our peripherals are not visible while we're aiming down sight. Not only that, but our visual recoil is worse. It bounces all over the place. And so you want to make sure this is set to affected. I'm going to go back into graphics view, ADS field of view. We're going to set to affected rather than independent. Sorry. And you can see that it doesn't zoom in as much. And now the visual recoil is not as much. Your gun still has the same spray pattern and the same recoil, but you have more peripheral vision. You have less visual recoil on the gun bouncing around, and it's easier to keep that center dot on the enemy at all times. Way less visual recoil. Another super helpful thing is to get rid of that loud, whiny, high-pitched tinnitus type noise that's coming from the flashbangs. You could completely turn this off if you go into the audio settings, go all the way down to the bottom, and turn on reduce tinnitus sound. So I'm going to show you with it on. Crazy. I already know I've been flashed. I don't need to be deaf too. So let's go ahead and reload our flashbangs real quick. Let's turn this setting off. Down at the bottom of audio. We're going to reduce that tinnitus sound. We're going to flash ourselves. Way better. Way better. Way less deafening, and should help you out a lot and get a little bit of a tactical edge. Now, another setting I want to talk to you about is the bob and sway. If you go into the graphic settings, you go to view, you go to the bottom, you're going to want to make sure you set your first person and third person camera movement to least 50. This is going to reduce a lot of the sway when you're running. There's a lot of bob with the camera back and forth, and I'll show you both examples. This is with it at 50. We'll put it on default. This is with it at 100. And with this turned on, it's a lot more stable. There's a lot less movement going on with the camera. Things feel, the visual recoil, the crosshair stabilization, everything, the flashbang sound coming down. All these things make the game so much more enjoyable, easier to use, much more tactical. These are my must-have settings that you need, that you didn't know you need in Modern Warfare 3. Check them out. Let me know in the comments down below how you liked them. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Draco Ray here to help the gaming community. Good luck out there in the battlefield, and I'll see you next time.